Howdy Qers. Today we're going to do, or not today, but today we're going to prep a double-triple experiment. So what we're going to use is some of this dry rub and some of my own dry rub that I've made, and so we're going to use that on 3 sets, one set of ribs, one set of 3 ribs, another set of 3 ribs, and on each set of 3 ribs we're actually going to try the Stubbs, 3 different Stubbs BBQ sauce: original, sticky sweet, and hickory bourbon. So I'm going to pull the membrane off and prep the ribs to put the dry rub on overnight, and tomorrow we're going to cook them. And then because I'm using the Stubbs sauce because I rate these as the best that I think are out there, and that I can get hold of anyway in North Queensland. And these actually use all natural ingredients, and there is no fructose or anything like that, as in the high corn syrup or anything like that in the barbecue sauce. They use brown sugar, and while sugar has fructose as part of the molecule of sucrose, it's look, just run with me here, that I think Stubbs have the best barbecue sauces out there for cooking American style barbecue. Alright, I'll prep the ribs, but we're running short on gloves, so I'm going to have to just wash my hands in water with basically dishwashing detergent to prep my hands instead of wearing gloves. But I will still use some paper towel to pull the membrane off the ribs to prep them properly. Alright, see you soon. Okay, there's one dry rub and the other dry rub is underneath. The reason why 2 layers on the same plate, I just don't have enough room in my fridge. But this is the supermarket bought dry rub, and underneath is my own. And if you want to know which type of ribs they are, in Australia they're called the meaty pork ribs, which I think in the USA is the St. Louis ribs. Okay, alright, well I'm going to put these in the fridge to dry marinade overnight, and tomorrow morning, or tomorrow at some point, we'll throw them on the smoker. Alright, see you then. While we're waiting for the fire or the coals to get hot enough in the chimney starter, you'll just take the ribs out and just allow them to come up to a little bit higher than fridge temperature. It won't get to room temperature, but that's okay. You can see that there is already a colour difference between my rub and the commercial rub. It looks like they use more paprika than what I've done, and I thought I had a fair bit in there. But anyway, that's they both smell really good. You can smell a sweeter smell from the commercial one, which has the higher sugar content, but we'll just see how that cooks out. Alright, we'll be smoking with applewood too. Okay, here's the coals set up, just going with the tried and tested snake method. It's not my neatest snake, that's okay. The reason why I use the snake method with 3 coals per layer is that it gives me a consistent grill temperature of 125 degrees Celsius. And we're smoking with applewood today, so that'll get me pork and apple go really well together. Okay, I don't know if you can see it, but we're just starting to get some smoke now off the wood. So now it's time we'll add the ribs. We've got our tray of water here. I'll go get the ribs. Okay, there's the ribs, smoke coming off. Time to put the lid on, and let's get this double triple taste test happening. It's been 2.5 hours You can see just that bark on it. Looks incredible. And looks like we're nearly out of coals. I'm going to have to probably add a few more to make sure we get through, finish this cook off. But it is time. It's time to sauce these babies up. So we'll coat my rub first, and then we'll go to the commercial rubs. And to do it, just pour the sauce on like that. Don't worry too much that it's not all covered. You can cover it all if you want, but we're going to wrap this in foil, so it's going to fall all over it anyway. But we'll do that with all 6 ribs and all 3 sauces, and then we'll put them back on for a couple of hours, or for an hour and a half or so, till this meat just becomes so soft. Just doing a check of the ribs. Yeah, okay, there's no more resistance in that. They're done in terms of being cooked. I'm just going to open all these up to expose them to the heat, and I'll cook it for about another 20 minutes, maybe 30, just to see. I want to really get nice caramel on top of these ribs. Alright, well, the ribs are set up, all cut. They were really soft to cut into. I'm ready to eat them. Remember, we're doing a taste test of comparing the 2 dry rubs, commercial versus my homemade, and the 3 Stubbs sauces. So I'll start with the original, and then I'll have the sticky sweet, and then the hickory bourbon. The reason for that is the hickory bourbon is a lot spicier than the other 2, and while I do have some plain peas to reset the palate between taste tests, I just think there's too much chili in it to actually get a full reset. So it'll be so I'll be going rib to rib, as in dry rub, but the same sauce, and hickory bourbon will be last. I'll start with my dry rub. There is a good amount of, now I did put some chili powder in my dry rub, not very much, and you just get a hint of it. It's really well balanced rub, and the sauce with the sauce, I was trying to balance it out with the sweetness of the sauce. It's maybe there's a touch too much cumin in that dry rub, just for that particular sauce. I'll only show me eating the peas once. I'll cut the rest out between rib samples. Alright. That is the commercial rub, is the better rub for the original sauce. And that's probably because it has more sugar in it and less cumin, I imagine. Now for the sticky sweet, my rub. That is a really good mix. While we're here, I thought I should just show off here. That smoke ring, really deep. It's nice. So now we have the commercial rub with the sticky sweet. It's probably a touch too sweet with the commercial rub. Yeah, so I think right now we have commercial rub with the original sauce, my rub with the sticky sweet. Now for the hickory bourbon. Ooh, that's a good kick. The chili in the dry rub and the chili in the sauce makes for a really good rib. And the last rib, commercial rub with the hickory bourbon sauce. Really nice rib. Really nice. So in summary, you'd be happy with any of these mixes, but I must say the one I like the best is the sweet sticky sauce with my rub. But that's me. The next best I think is the commercial rub with the original sauce. Alright, so that was a really fun experiment. I enjoyed that a lot. And so, yeah, try it yourself. Alright, happy queuing everyone.